So honestly, I've been working on this New Year's resolution thing for like a week. I remember when I used to talk to Vincent, and almost like every year, I'd make a video. I think that stopped like maybe 10 years ago. No, like 8 to 7 years ago it stopped. And I've never really had a New Year's resolution since. Not because I didn't accomplish anything, just because, well, I was always busy with all the things that weren't really involving me. This year is different. This year I'm making goals. And there's like pages on pages of it. So I'm only going to try to give you guys a cliff notes of what I really want to do. Obviously I've been doing the video vlogging thing for a while, and I kind of like it. Before I used to kind of make short collection of videos and pictures and put them into a movie kind of thing. Actually, if you go through my videos and look all the way down at the bottom, you'll see it, like maybe like 5 of them. And you know, I guess it wasn't like something I wanted to do, but it was just something to do. My brother Michael was like, hey, try this out. You like seeing what's really there, capture what's really there, make it into something presentable. And I did, and I liked it, and a lot of other people liked it. So I'm thinking about actually starting a couple more. Those weren't series per se. Like, granted, there's Eagle Town, which that could have been a lot more involved. I just happened to not be in that area longer. But I want to make 2 new series, actual like acting, I guess. Before, when I was in Clarion, I had this idea called Where the Lines Lie, and it was about a guy who found himself handcuffed in a trailer with no memory of how he got there. Yeah, circumstantial amnesia. And he gets a phone call from this mysterious voice saying, we have your wife. He looks at his finger and realizes, crap, I'm married. He didn't know that. Hey, we have your wife, and it's one of those voice alternator things. We have your wife, and if you want to see her again, do exactly what I tell you, or she dies. And the idea of the movie is that this guy's going to do a bunch. It wasn't going to be as crazy as Crank, but more or less on the same lines of like, oh, he's doing things that he knows he shouldn't be doing, but he's doing it for the woman that he's married to. But the thing is that he doesn't remember this woman. He doesn't know what she looks like. He just knows that she is a life. She is a life that potentially is entrusted onto him. So there's obviously a lot of like, you know, emotional struggle there. So I'm not gonna spoil the ending for you because there's a slight chance that I actually might go through with it. Back then I had a lot more resources and a lot more time. I have a lot less time here, so doing these projects that I want to do is going to take a little bit more time. And I realized, who am I talking to? I'm talking to Vincent, actually, because as much as all of you guys might watch this, me and him have gone back and forth with ideas on almost, if not a daily basis, a weekly basis. So here's my 2 ideas. One of them is Still Dad. That's the title of the actual project, which is going to be the title of the web series I'm hoping to make. And Still Dad, I had this idea whenever I was in CCJ. And the idea of Still Dad was the idea that I was going to record the entire struggle of me eventually being able to see Xavier. Now for Vincent, I know you're watching. This is going to be public on YouTube, so I guess everybody else is going to be watching too. If you guys already know, I've already started seeing him through video chat. And as great as that is, the process isn't even done. I just got paperwork over here. God damn it. Yep, everything's falling. Everything's falling. Oh, yep. Okay, so it's somewhere over there. The paperwork. And I need to fill that out and do X, Y, and Z. And I realized, well, back then it was going to be like one of those, like, if you remember MTV had True Life, like a TV series where it would follow one particular person or group of people with different lives and be like, okay, this is their life. Like, I remember one, like, this is my life as an addict, or this is my life as a cheater. It'd be like normal people's life. They're like, oh, this is my life as a NASCAR driver. It's like, oh, regular people like, oh, this is my life as a single mom. And I guess one of those things ended up being 16 and pregnant. But the idea started off. Anyway, so I want to do something like that, but I'm not sure I can do the whole, okay, oh, you know, who's that behind you, sir? Oh, that's my camera crew. We're doing a web episode called Still Dad. I don't have the equipment for that. I don't have the manpower for that. All I have is me, myself, and I. And Vincent had told me this before, that kind of manpower of 0. And the fact that, like, as soon as I would get back to the tower, which is this room, I have to immediately start editing because what, maybe an hour or two meeting has to be reduced down to like 2 to 3 minutes. So like I have to kind of figure out how to do that. But I think I'm gonna try to do like weekly updates on what I am doing to do better. If not weekly, bi-weekly, or even monthly. Like, okay, this is what I've done. Every month I'll do like a small little collection of videos of, okay, this is what I've been doing. This is what I'm doing to get, not only to get my son back, what I have written here. Recording the testimony of the process to get to see my son and the process of gaining custody. Still trying to be a father, but also more of a dad. So that's the idea of still dad. The idea that like, yeah, I don't want to be just that guy that like, oh yeah, hey, you know, weekends and like, you know, every other weekend kind of stuff. I kind of want to be like, and I don't want to be like people. I've heard so many people go like, oh yeah, the sperm donor is gonna pick him up. I'm like, that's kind of disrespectful. The guy's gonna make the effort to come and actually pick up his son or daughter. That's more than what other people do. So I definitely want to record saying like, hey, this is what I'm doing, not to glorify myself, but to know that it's possible. Because I know there's a lot of dads out there like, oh, the baby mama is such a difficult person. It's like, well, as difficult as it is, things can be done. Oh, the courts are against me. Well, as difficult as it is, it can still be done. So that's something I kind of want to do. And honestly, for less for everybody else, but more for me to go, okay, I am actually doing something. I'm not just sitting, because once again, I see a lot of people go, oh, I really want to see my daughter. I want to see my son. And I'm like, what have you done lately for it? Well, I'm waiting on paperwork. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You are, but you're not. Because I know people like, oh, I'm waiting on paperwork because they called 2 months ago and haven't got a call back. If I don't get a call back in like 2 days, I'm calling them back because I'm like, hey, I need things to happen. Not necessarily quickly, but I don't need you to put me on the bottom of the pile. So, you know, that kind of stuff. It more is to keep me in check, but also to keep a record of like, this is what I want to do. And hopefully maybe in the future my son will see that and be like, hey, Dad he actually tried to make that effort. So that's something else I want to do. Another thing I want to do is a series called d.i.detective. Some of you have seen the movie Split. Obviously, a lot of you have seen the movie Fight Club. Mr. Brooks. There's a lot of movies about the idea of a multiple personality disorder. And those of you who've been watching my channel know that I have a condition called DID, which is Dissociative Identity Disorder. One of the reasons I do these videos is because I know I'm not always going to be me. And sometimes these videos will help me remember what train of thought I'm supposed to be in. I guess the best way I know how to explain it, now this is actually closer. There's a TV show called My Own Worst Enemy, where the main character has multiple personality disorder, and he leaves himself recordings for himself. But when he's like, oh crap, I'm gonna switch. Hey, Johnny, I haven't seen it yet actually, but like, you know, his other personality. Hey, Johnny, we're on a train right now. There's a bomb on the train. I know you're just you're a dad with a wife and kids, but I'm going to need you to disarm this bomb because I can't. What the hell just happened? You have to disarm this bomb. Well, shit. And it's cool like that, but like, I don't do it because I have that. I do it because I know that eventually, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that the d.i.d. detective thing, I want it to be more or less something, not like that per se, but kind of like what DID/multiple personality is. Because obviously you guys have seen Split. Some of you guys have seen Split, and the idea of, oh, guy in a basement, really spooky and all that stuff. And it's not like that. And some of you guys have seen Sybil, which is about a girl who has multiple personality disorder, or DID. That is a lot more realistic, and it shows the actual struggle somebody will have it that severely. I have it bad. I do, but I struggle really hard to contain it all, to maintain a normal life. So with DI Detective is about a detective who has DID, but they don't all work against him. They all kind of more or less work with him. So they help him solve crimes. I think I mentioned this to Chuck and Josh, and they were like, oh, I think I mentioned the idea that, because like Chuck has always said, oh, everybody has those sides to you, well, to who they are. Certain people just give them names, but it's not the idea that, oh yeah, I am just a happy me, and the happy me sounds exactly and acts exactly like the mad me. I'm like, no, it's not how that works. It is an actual different personality. So with that being said, if there's a good personality, there always has to be, like, if there's an ultra good, there also has to be an ultra bad. There's an ultra old and there's an ultra young. There's a protector. There's a child. Like there's different spectrums of it all. So is the idea of like, oh yeah, not everything's all peachy and fine. It's not like, oh, we can always overcome the difficulty. It's the idea that there is difficulty and that has to be overcome. Sometimes it's too late. Sometimes it's just damage control. And other times you're able to catch it right on time. But it's never ever nice and clean. It is always messy. I kind of wanted to depict that in this d.i.detective series that I want to do. And I've been wanting to do this for about close to a year. And I don't really have any kind of clear-cut idea. Like, I think I know what the first episode I want to do is. And I'll probably tell you about that later, hopefully. And if you're interested about it, just leave a comment or whatever. And I might make another video talking about it. And obviously, the more I talk about the things I want to do, the more of a reality that it is. Because what's it saying? Thoughts become words, words become action, action becomes reality. So that's the plan. So that's what I want to do with DID, the idea of a cop or a detective who actually has a multiple personality disorder, or DID in this case, and how he kind of works through it, or how they work through it, because it's all the collection of them. Like you see all them. Actually, I'm not even sure how to do that, because like the way I do it, I know the way that my DID is different from, let's say, Sally over there in Texas or whatever, and it's different from Bill all the way over in North Carolina. Like Sally might be like, oh, it's all her family members who are actually alive. They just have double gangers that are in her head. Whereas John is like, you know, oh, all his look like other people that he's never met before, but in reality he has. He just forgot who they were, and kind of assigning them names to himself as and allowed that to be part of his psyche. For me, all of my personas all look like I can't say real quick me, because this face isn't the face that I'm used to. But anyway, that's what I want to do for those projects. And obviously there's the whole YouTube thing, like you guys obviously you're watching my video blog right now, but also there's the whole legacy project that some of you have seen. Some of you know that there's something that I've started, but I don't make public to everybody. It's called Remembrance, where if I'm trying to say goodbye to somebody, girl, guy, whatever, it's like one of those things like, oh, you're poison in my life, and then make sure you don't come back. I am making this video for you just so that you understand I am stepping away. Because sometimes just stepping away doesn't mean that you're gone. Sometimes for some other people, they're like, oh, you know what? I haven't seen so-and-so in so long. I should probably just say hi. Oh, you know, so-and-so just said hi. I shouldn't reply to so-and-so. You know, I'm a nice guy. Hey, how you doing? And then, you know, the whole cycle of, you know, trust, broken trust, hurt, the whole cycle begins again. But if you're gonna go, look, we had a good time doing X, Y, and Z, but I'm going a different direction, and you're not. And if you are, you're not going with me. So this is me saying, I remember the good times, but that's it. I'm not gonna bring them with me. Alright, so thank you for your time, everyone. I've done a series before that, but all the individual videos I've done for those, I sent to those individual people. That's more of a kind of a private thing, but I made the pilot a public thing. Another thing I've done in the past is the confession series. It's whenever I kind of have something to say to somebody, and I don't exactly, and I'll admit this today, I might not have the courage to tell them directly, and I know that maybe I need to say something about them that I'm not ready to let them know, or maybe I need to say something to myself about them that I need to confess to myself. So there's that series, and there's also one more that there's two more actually. I just looked at the list that I want to do. One is the Better Me Committee meeting. Some of you guys know I have actually designed my own, like, not agency, but like a council meeting. And it's called the Better Me Committee meeting. And you might think like, oh, he has like this conference and it makes everybody else better. No, it's selfish. It's simply just to make me better, because I know by myself I kind of lack. The purpose of the committee is to catch things that I miss. So I go to the committee and I tell them, hey, for this month of, let's say I did it for this, well, I did it for December. I said, for December I did this for my health, I did this financially, I did this for my living environment, and I did this for my personal life. And they go, okay, well, you make sure you know your doctor's appointment is this, how you gonna get there? Okay, well, you know what, I didn't think about that. All right, we're gonna have to find a way, and we figure it out right there and then. Finance is like, okay, I have this much money. Oh, looks like you're kind of in the red. Oh, that looks weird. Look at the numbers. Okay, this is why I'm in the red. You really need that? Yeah, I need that, and this is why. Or like, oh, I'm in the red because I need this X, Y, and Z. How do I get the extra funds for this? Because I don't know how. I cranked up my own brand. I can't figure out how to do it. So I figured that if I do the Better Me committee meetings, and then afterwards do a video, kind of like a recap, like, okay, this is what we came up with. This is what I said, and this is what we came up with. It might be better and easier to kind of like recollect that, and for other people who couldn't make the meeting, for me to go, okay, this is what we talked about, and this is what you need to know to catch up for the next meeting. And the last thing I'm talking about when it comes to YouTube that I want to do for the year 2018 is something called Different and Proud, which is a play off the idea of Mutant and Proud from the X-Men series After First Class. It's the idea of people being different and being proud about the differences. If you guys have listened to my videos long enough, you know that it took me a while to kind of get to be open about my mental health. It took me a while to be open about the incident of 2014, which people have coined the Jasmine incident. You know, these things took a while for me to kind of come out and be open to. And one of the things that actually helped me out to come out about some of these things were watching other people on YouTube coming out about their problems, about their situation, about like why things are the way they are in their lives. And I'm like, if they have the courage to do that, I should join that. I should let them know, hey, you guys gave me strength to do this. Like Markiplier, he gave me strength to more or less do the streaming thing because, Lord, if you guys don't know Markiplier, well, you know, check him out. I think I'm not even gonna try. His link is down there, so check it out. Different and Proud is going to be more focused on the idea of mental health. People who have mental health issues, screw that. It's going to be about my mental health. I'm going to come clean about all my mental health problems and what I'm doing for my path of recovery. What I'm going to try to do to be better. Not normal, but better. A better version of me. A better version of us. So that's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things I'm going to do, hopefully in the year of 2018 that all involve more or less YouTube or video recording. And that's not even considering the second chance review stuff that I want to do. Some of you also know that I have a video game review website, and for the past, maybe half a year, no, the past 4 months, I haven't really done too much about it. Before August was a lot of writing. Reviews, doing the website and everything else. After August, I subconsciously, not even aware that I was doing it, kind of switched over from the website to YouTube. And I've done a lot more YouTube-ish. And as awesome as that is, there's a lot of Let's Play, a lot of first impressions, there's a lot of highlights of Rivalry series, which has been one of the biggest things that happened in Second Chance Review. I want to do more. Matter of fact, recently I started this thing called Let's Play Sunday. So only on Sunday I'll record a Let's Play stuff. There's a guy who has been posting a lot of things on his YouTube and on the Facebook pages and group pages, and even on my own page, CFishPlay. And this guy has game discussions, and I think that's a great idea, and I want to find a way to incorporate more of that into Second Chance Review, a lot more into that, the idea of discussing about games and kind of get more of a community growing into it. I also want to do monthly video reviews. I realize writing is a lot of time, trying to figure out the right words and everything else, and I'm thinking maybe I should, rather than just write it, I should also do like a video review, like, okay, this is a game, this is fine. This is a video game. Obviously, it's not, but like, use your imagination. And this is a video game, and this is why I like it, and this is why I think that this is worth a second chance. So this is a video game, second video game, not the same case. And this is a game that everybody likes, and this is why it's not as good as everybody thinks it is. So I kind of want to do more of that and make it kind of put more material out there, put more content out there. I do plan to write at least 2 reviews per month. That way I at least keep that up and going. So I really kind of want to focus on that. I also want to collect more of a collection of people who are more willing to kind of participate with that. I had 2 editors, Caitlin, but Caitlin had to take a leave because her family has grown, and I'm so proud of her. Candace is great, but honestly, if I don't write any reviews, I can't ask her to edit it. And she's also one of the writers. Josh, one of my dearest friends, he used to review. He used to edit my reviews, but he doesn't have a computer, so he needs actually time to sit down and be like, all right, check mark, this, that, and the third. But I actually want to. I was gonna sneeze. I want to get more I want to at least have like a set number. I haven't said like okay, these people who I have for Second Chance Review. I want at least 2 editors, 1 actual main editor and a backup editor, 2 actual regular writers, and 2 contributing streamers. I also want to have somebody who actually focuses on the website, because if I'm doing more of the YouTube, then I can't really do the website at the same time, because I'm also doing like, this isn't my day job at all. My day job is something completely different. So I need help doing this, but in order to get help, I need to reach out, and that's the hardest thing for somebody like me. I'm kind of more of an introvert. I'll do what I need to do, and if I don't have the people, I'll find a way to make it done. It won't be the prettiest, but it'll be done. So like there's something like this. Like I want to do these things. So there's that. Hold on, I know there's more. There's like 3 pages of stuff here. 4 pages of stuff. I also want to see if I could try to incorporate other groups. Like I know that the GamerHolics, if you guys haven't heard about them, check them out. The GamerHolics are great gamers. They're great people. They're really they're a huge part of the gaming community. Major shout out to all those guys and girls. Also the Nerd World Order, run by one of my biggest idols. You guys don't know him, but like this guy, more or less, he's like, if you got a dream, make it happen. His name is Alan Dukes. I might have his last name wrong. But he definitely had me believing like, oh, if I want to do it, regardless of what stereotypes say, regardless of what people say, oh, you're black, you have mental issues, you're a male, this, that, and the third. It don't matter. If you want it, go and get it. If you want it, don't take it. Find a way to make it happen. Make your dreams a reality. All right, yeah, I was gonna go there. If make what you want to happen. There we go. Josh also came up with another idea for me. There's a series on a BBC America, and it's a series called Dirt Gently, and it's a detective agency where he doesn't look for clues, he trips over them, because the cosmos wants him to find these things and go on a certain path. And me and Josh have been watching the show almost religiously, and now we're at season 2. It's over, and they're not going to make a season 3 unless something happens. But before they canceled season 3, they were saying, oh, we should probably do a review, like a review thing. There's a lot of people in his group, they're like, oh yeah, we really wish someone would do this. I already do the video thing. If I have more of a purpose for it, like there's a word for it, HOPITIC, hypnotic. I don't know how to pronounce it. He does. I mean, if he'll say it, I'll be able to repeat it until he goes away, and I won't remember how to say it. But there's that. We want to do that. We want to be able to talk about our favorite TV shows or a movie that we happen to watch, and be like, okay, this is why we like this movie, and this is why we don't like this movie. This is what other people have been saying. This is what critics say. And if you guys know Josh in any way, shape, or form, he's that guy who knows the movie trivia, the actors, the directors, and the producers. He is that guy who does, like, if he should be a reviewer, he should be a critic of some sort, because he is very knowledgeable about that kind of stuff. And I feel that I'm more of the everyday guy when I talk to him. So I figure that we kind of feed off, like play off each other in that sense. That's something I want to do, more like a regular review, not stream, but like channel, maybe even like a series on our channel, where we just review movies. We talk about TV shows. Walking Dead comes out and people kind of go crazy and stuff. Josh knows all inside stuff. I know about the reaction I felt. So there's that. I guess personally though, like all this stuff, that's all stuff that that's YouTube, that's Second Chance Review. Even the Legacy Project, still that is actually part of that Legacy Project, and I still want to work on the Legacy Project in itself. Obviously, you guys know that the Visitation and everything else. I plan for stage 2 to more or less start, if not January, at the very least March. Yeah, March. So right now we're doing the video chat so it gets used to me and my voice and the way I do things. Next step is the unsupervised visit, so that's going to be interesting to find a way to make that work so that it's not awkward and it's not forced, but it's still comfortable and playful. And also it kind of more emphasizing the fact that I still want to be that dad. I still want to be his dad. I am his father. The DNA's there. People always tell me, oh, you got your nose. I'm like, is that the only thing? Whatever. They say the whole face and all that stuff. So there's a lot of things I need to put together for that, so I'm really eager and excited for that. But personally, on a personal note, I'm not sure if you guys noticed over here, behind me is an arrow. I've been meaning to learn how to use a bow and arrow because after watching Arrow, it seems like a pretty cool thing. And I don't have a gun because, you know, I'm not a cop. I actually tried to join the academy, and that's when they found out about everything else and the hard thing. So, you know, there's that. So archery is definitely something I want to try to pick up with, in the future. Some of you also might know I actually have a car in the back, which is actually behind the screen. A Cavalier, and I call her Kelly because I name all my cars. And it's currently just kind of sitting out there because it has some work to do. Not a lot. I don't know how to do it. I'm thinking that by 2018 I want either that car to work, or actually, some of you might not know, because I'm getting this for Xavier, because I have to send this out tomorrow. We couldn't figure out how to do it the right way. But like this car, it looks like it's a hatchback. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I'm getting that car 2018. That's another goal I have. I also want to be able to figure out if it's a good idea for me, if I can financially be able to support myself in another apartment, because I need to financially get my money. Everybody knows that. Video series you guys already know about. And I think that's it, you know. That's half an hour of me talking about my New Year's resolution. I have minutes to go downstairs and celebrate with my family, the people who have helped and support me more or less throughout the years. And I have to rush it. Do I have to rush it? Yeah, I got like minutes. So thank you guys for watching. Vincent, thank you for watching, obviously. Yeah, I'm doing this now again. So if I stop doing this, know something happened. If I stop making videos, guys, know something happened to me. Look for me. It might be a story worth knowing. Thank you guys for listening, and I definitely gotta go before I miss everybody and the fun celebration, okay? Happy New Year. Try to do something productive with your lives. I believe in you guys, all right? I do. So believe in me, too. I'm not really one for hoping and praying, but, you know, hope and pray that I get this shit done. Watch time. What else do I need to say? I'm not gonna try to be with anybody. Like I might, but I that's a video for another time. But I'm beginning to realize that, like, even people like friends, it's kind of hard to come by. And trying to find it on purpose, it doesn't really work. It doesn't really work. Trying to force that to happen. So I'm not gonna look for it. If it happens, it happens. But I'm just gonna do me. Focus on me. Make my dreams and my assignments, Vincent. Yeah, I saw that tweet. So, you know, I'm using that word. I'm gonna make my assignments a reality and complete them. That's my goal. All right. I'll see you guys later. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night.